Hello guys, so it's been a while since I traded or showed you how to trade Boom 500 or Crash 1000. So in this video I'm just gonna break down these two instruments here so that you can get to trade them whenever you see any opportunity, guys. So let's start off with Boom 500, of which I'm just gonna use the 4-hour time frame, and then I've been at it. As you all know, I'm always on the charts, guys. Nah? If I'm not busy with my personal life, I'm just looking at the charts. So as you can see right here, we can just remove everything so that you can get to understand the structure. So the structure here is a bit small, so what you need to do is try and zoom out so that you can see it for what it is, guys. And as you can clearly see, this is not the structure that you're looking for. The overall structure is here. As you can see, we can just do this. So now we can see what's going on. From this point we had this low, lower high, lower low, lower high right here, then we had a lower low, then we had like some type of a change of character right there, which it created a higher high right there. Then the market pulled down, creating this lower low, lower high. Seems like equal lows here, seems like equal lows. So this was our lower low, lower high. Then try and focus on the structure, obviously, guys. Is because if you're not focusing on the structure, that is when you're going to have a lot of problems. So from this lower high we have a lower low, lower high, then we had a lower low, lower high right there, of which it resulted into giving us this lower low here. Is because I'm focusing like on the external structures, né? External swing points, as you can see right there. So those are my external swing points. That is why I'm focusing on them, guys. So make sure that you do that, and then if you don't understand, drop a comment, guys, so, and tell me what you are facing so that I can try and help you if I can help you. I'm not saying that I am the only person that can help you, but like if you need help, just drop a comment. So we have the BOS right here, of which it confirms that we are looking for that movement to the downside, and then it should be at the bottom. And then you can just zoom out and just focus on the structure here, just because you need to learn, and I hope you're learning, guys. So as you can see here, the break of structure happened around this point. We had like that 3 candle pullback, but like it resulted into us having this equal highs around this point here, of which that is liquidity for those that do not know. And most trendline traders get caught in the wrong side around that point, of which we take early sells, guys. We take early sells and the market takes us out. Let's say maybe you sell from this point and then you get that nice push, then the market comes back to sweep the liquidity around here, then the nice sell off comes in, guys, of which you were expecting this nice sell off from this area. But like most of you who trade like support and resistance have made a lot of money on this trade idea here. And then as you can see here, we can just look at the structure and try and focus on the area of interest now. So let me just look for a box here. Let me just look for a box, just because we need a box so that we can box out like our overall price action. So it seems like it's not here. I don't like doing these things here. So let's check. I think it's in here. So we have the box here. So as you can see here, this was the first area of interest, which is this one here. Let me just change it, just because I was playing around with my charts. That is why everything is a mess, guys. So as you can see, there's an area of interest, and this was our high value area of interest, of which it's this one here, just like that. So it means that we can remove this one, and then the market sold off. So which means that we expect what? For the market to break structures around this here, which that is our low. So everything that was going on within this point here, let me just do this, try and zoom out so that you can see it. So everything that was going on within this point here is just internal, guys. So which means that this is your highest point right here. So now we are trying to anticipate the lowest point, of which it's this one here, guys. It's this one here. So now we have a large trading range, and some of you may get confused as to where you're going to sell. So I'm just going to show you here. So this is the last external structure, or you can just use this one, but like I prefer using the last candle, which is that one here. Let me change the color for it. Then we have the lowest point, of which it's this one here. So which means what you expect is the market to play around this area here, play around within this point here, pull up, creating higher highs and higher lows up until we get a change of character. Then we can sell on the lower time frame. So that is the overall idea that I have. So we can just do this so that we can anticipate our areas of interest. So from the high to the low, as you can see right there, the first entry point or the first interest area that we are looking at would be this one here above the 0.5 level, which it has like an imbalance right there. So I'm just going to cater for everything that's going on here. And then we have the golden zone, of which it's this one here, of which this is a large supply zone right there. So I'm just going to focus on this one here, try and refine it and then extend it to here, pull it back to here, just like that. So those are our areas of interest. But like for now, since the market is trying to pull up, what we're going to do is focus on this internal structure here. As you can see, we had a change of character here, or an internal change of character, which I'm just going to say is an I church, so that we can make everything simple, guys. So after even that I church, you can obviously see that we had the lowest point and the highest point, and the market tapped into the golden zone, of which we also had an imbalance. If you just zoom out and just focus on the structure, just like that, then you can obviously see that this was a gap around this point. So that gap is called an imbalance, and then this is the area or the demand zone that you're looking to buy from. Then after that, the high was taken out. As you can see, we had the low, higher high, higher low. Then now we have this high taken out, of which this is your overall break of structure, just like that. So this is the BOS. And after even that BOS, now we need to determine our area of interest. So from the low to the high, just like this, you can already see that this is an area of interest right here, just like that. This is an area of interest, and this is also an area of interest that was not mitigated around this point here. So around here we had like a slight mitigation, but like on the lower time frame we can get to refine and see if we can just use like the first zone, of which the first zone, most of the time what I like to do is look for that confirmation entry, guys. For those who don't know confirmation entries, I'll show you in a minute as to what I am talking about, guys. So the arrow should be there, the pathfinder. So let's use the pathfinder. So on this first level here, what you need to see is this type of movement going on. Then we have the change of character, then we can just look for those buys. So let's just look at the 15-minute time frame so that we can save time, guys. So I hope you enjoyed these videos so far. Make sure that you click the like button and subscribe. That is if you are not subscribed to the channel. So we can just zoom out and try and see what's going on. So as you can see here, this is a nice demand zone, of which is not mitigated, and then it also has like an imbalance right there. But like when it comes to boom and crash, guys, what you need to do is not to refine like your zones too much, just because if you refine them too much, you're going to miss out on good entries. So far I'll be expecting to get some type of a confirmation around here, whereby we take out the highs, then we buy from that area, then the risk entry should come up around this point here. Stops should be just below, just like that. Then we're targeting the previous highs, or we're targeting the larger areas of interest, of which the first one should be this one here. Let me just pull it up. Let me just pull up my charts a bit, just because maybe you are not seeing what I am seeing right here, guys. So as you can see here, then this is the overall target at the top of the structure, guys. So let's look at crash 1000. So on crash 1000, we're going to start on the 4-hour. Obviously that is like the time frame that I like to use, guys. So we're looking at swing structures. So as you can see on our swing structures, we had this low, we had this lower high, lower high right here, then we had the lower low, then we had the lower high, of which it's here, then we had what, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, then we had a higher high, higher low, then we had this as a higher high, higher low, then we had another. Let me just check. Yeah, make sure that you zoom out and zoom in so that you can see the outer structures correctly, guys. So as you can see right here, this is one trading leg. So from this low here, to this high, that's just one trading leg, and I'll be looking left also just to see if we are mitigating something on the left. So from the high to the low, you can obviously see that the market tapped into this area of interest right here. So let me try and zoom out just because there might be something that I am not seeing. So zooming out, zoom out. So make sure that you do all these things. It takes a lot of work to draw up like charts, and then maybe you get a wrong signal, but like it's part of the process, guys. It's part of the game. So just like that, we also had a fair value gap here, which that was slightly mitigated, but I don't think it's mitigated. Yeah, it's not mitigated. So as you can see here, around here, we failed to tap into that area of interest. And now what I am anticipating is what, for the market to fill out like this area here, this gap here. So let me just remove everything. Now I know that I'll be looking for the market to fill out this gap, and this is like our structure. So from the break of structure to here, we already know the narrative that we are looking at on crash 1000, guys. Now, so from the low up to the high, but like some of you may say that this is our highest point and then this is our lowest point, like high, low, then high, then low, then we expect the market to shoot up, and then that can be a great idea just because we already had like 3 candles. So around this point, this is the first candle, second candle, the third one failed, the second one failed to break below this body candle here, and then this one here broke very nicely. So I'm just going to consider this one a break of structure. So this one here, let me just clone it. So I'm just going to consider this area here as our break of structure, but like I'm not letting this one go, whereby this should be the low and this should be the high. If that is right, or that is correct, the market will tell me and I will react accordingly, guys. So as you can see right there, break of structure, area of interest of which it's this one here, just like that. And then on the lows, you can obviously see there was a lot of imbalanced price action. So around here, this is an imbalance. Let me just do this. This is imbalanced, and around this point here, we had like some relatively equal lows. So I'm anticipating what, for the market to fill this imbalance, tap into this demand zone, then that is when I can buy. But like so far, I'm just waiting to see if there is something on the 15-minute time frame here. So let's switch over. So as you can see, this is the 15-minute, and it's a bit all over the place just because this is boom and crash after all. So as you can see, this is the structure that we have. So we have our low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and this is our lower low. So if you're looking for a confirmation entry, what you'll be waiting for is for the market to take out this high, and that is when you can just wait for this type of movement to happen. But like if that does not happen, I wouldn't be surprised, just because there are areas of interest that need to be filled. And looking left, you can already see that there is like equal lows around this point here, or relatively equal lows, of which that is liquidity. So that is why I'm saying that we can just pull to the downside like this before we can just do this type of formation and pull up. So yeah, that is it for today's video. I'll see you on another one. Peace and love.